pretties, thank you guys so much, of course, for keeping it beautifully flawed. It's your girl RB back with another one for you. This look was simply beautiful. I didn't want anything that was too fussy because my hair already is the bomb. I wanted something that I'm sure that you could follow. I know I've been doing a lot of bright, vibrant colors, but I wanted to do something that you could wear on a regular day-to-day basis. Are you going on a date, honey? This is it. Are you just going out because you want to look cute? This is it. Now, if you want to see how we accomplish this look, not a problem. You can go straight on into the video. But before you do so, have you already subscribed to my channel? If you've not yet done so, please can you go ahead and stomp on that subscription button for me. Also, click that notification bell so you can be notified of every and all that I do going forward. And don't forget, guys, please like, comment, and if you can share so a friend of a friend of a friend can see what's happening and join the family, I would super duper really appreciate it. Don't forget, rock your flaws. Keep on being beautiful. Hey, starting off with some Mario Badescu spray. Okay. Cool me down, cool me down. Hey honeys, okay, so we're gonna start off with the brow. I don't really do this much, but let me show you guys how I do it. First, brows combed in place, then you outline the bottom and top of brow, and of course you fill in, and then you go straight on in with your concealer. Okay, so I'm going to be cleaning the bottom of my brow, and I'm using Toffee in the LA Girl Pro Conceal. If you don't know before, this is basically what I'm always using. And I'm just blending out the bottom of the... What's wrong? I'm blending out the concealer. At the top, I'm using a foundation, guys. I'm sorry about the quality of the lighting. It literally is just throwing everything off. Things are not as bright as they really are. I don't know, but yeah, I'll try to get a camera, but I'm just using a Samsung A10s and I'm not making that stop me. So I'm just going in and I'm making sure to get this as precise as possible. To do this, you'll literally have to go like back and forth until you get the desired shape or look of the brow that you are looking for. Now, I literally made, like, guys, I made my own illuminating primer. So I had a primer, and I wanted like a glow, and I didn't want to use any excess oils, so I just basically poured some of the bronzer in and mix it with the primer, and then I'm applying it onto my skin, and this should give me like a glow. Now I'm using here some foundation. I think it's a Blackopal. As I said, guys, it's not as bright. Initially it started off as being bright, but eventually it will dry down and it's gonna look darker. I'm going crazy, but not this crazy, alright? So yes, I'm taking it down now with my sponge. Now guys, a wet beauty blender or a wet beauty sponge literally takes off any excess product that you have on the face, and also gives you an airbrush finish. That's what I'm looking for. Yes, it gives you an airbrush finish. So yes, so remember, damp beauty sponge gives you an airbrush finish. Okay, so here I'm actually using my PLouise base. Let me say, guys, you don't have to use a PLouise base. I try to encourage this. You don't have to use the products I use. If you have the products and you want to know how to use them, that is fine. In past videos, you'd have seen me using what are you saying, guys? I'm losing my train of thought. Past videos, you'd see me using the same Toffee concealer, and I'll just take it straight down to my lid and I'd use it. But I have it on hand, and I really wanted to try it, and since trying it, it just became a staple. I just keep on using it. But I'll be going back so you guys can actually see other videos with the Toffee. So I'm using the James Charles palette. This look isn't one that is too fussy. So we're basically using one main shade, which is the shade from the James Charles palette, and I'm using a packer brush to just pack it onto my lid, and I want to take it as far up. I think I'm gonna take it a bit above my normal crease, because I really want this color to show. It is really the star of the show, you'd say, and I really want it to be very, very much visible. Point to note though, guys, if you're doing a look like this or even any other look that requires just a single shadow, you want to make sure that as you are applying it, you want to blend out or blow out the ends ever so slightly. And I'm using a yellow from the same palette, and I'm just using that as my shade to transition or to basically blend out the edges of the first shadow that I laid down. As I said, I didn't really want anything that was too fussy. The colors go great together without the yellow overpowering that rustic shade. It came out exactly how I wanted it. And of course, I'll be going back and forth, guys, between both colors. I'm going back into the first color because I want them to blend into each other without there being a line. I want them to be, I'm always saying, I want there to be a seamless gradient. Alright guys, so what I'm doing right here, I literally just tap the brush in the pan, and I did this with a darker color, and it wasn't really for it to be obvious. I just wanted there to be some form of depth to the crease, but not too much to really take away from the look that I had in mind. Okay guys, so I'm just laying down the concealer, same Toffee, in the areas that I would love to have highlighted. Those are the areas. All right, now the lighting just got wonkier. Like it was never stable. I don't know why, because this is the phone that I always use, and this is the time of day that I normally record in the 2 p.m. period, and I live in Jamaica, for those who are wondering what accent this is, because I do get that sometimes. But yes, I'm blending out using the Jeffree Star sponge. It's not my favorite product, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think when I use the AOA sponge, for some reason I really like it. Doesn't really take my product off, which this does for me. So when I'm blending out, this kind of sucks away some of the product. The AOA sponge doesn't really suck it away as much, but it pushes it into the skin the way I like it to. So that line is ready to give me a more defined contour, and I'm just blending it out so it's not as harsh. Hi guys, so of course I'm just using the sponge and I'm getting the product blended out. Guys, I really wish you could have seen it in reality. Let me also say, point to note, guys, when you're doing, for beginners, when you're doing your contouring, it's going to look crazy before it looks the way it's going to come out. Don't stop, just continue. Make sure you spend time to blend everything in, and that is key. If you don't spend time to blend it in, you're going to see where you've laid down everything. There's going to be a separation. Alright, so I'm using my powdered contour as per usual, and I'm using the dark to deep from the, I think it's the Black Radiance True Complexion palette. And as I said before, guys, it's not coming up because the lighting was the worst. It literally looks so beautiful off camera, or in reality it's just not looking as such here, but not a problem. If you follow the steps, if you follow through, I promise you'd get a beautiful end result. Alright, so I'm just using my foundation brush and I'm going over the edges of where I'd laid down the concealer, and that is to blend everything seamlessly into each other. So I'm using an angled shadow brush here, and I basically use this for this purpose only, to contour my nose, because it's so small. It's small enough to get into the areas of my nose that I want it to. It does not go out of line, and it's rather perfect. Blends out the product smoothly and nicely along the sides or the bridge of my nose. I'm using my Sasha Buttercup here, and I'm just using that to set my under eye concealer and to also carve out the edges of or sharpen rather the edges of that nose contour. Now guys, normally I'd do this before I lay down the contour. I don't know what happened, but things happen anyways, but it still works out. If you're comfortable doing setting your under eye first, you do that. If you're comfortable doing the contouring first, you do that. It is really what works for you. Now, if you're wondering why I'm using the side of the sponge that has the foundation, it is to take down the setting powder. If it's too bright, I tend to go over with the sponge that I'd use to basically press the foundation in, and that just takes any excess yellow or brightness from the areas that I'm setting with the Sasha Buttercup. Okay, so of course it's a one palette look, so I'm just using the same James Stars palette to give me that blush bronzy look. I'm just using it to go around the perimeters of my face, and as I said guys, it is so nice off camera. Like I really wish my camera was showing it the way I wanted it to show, but hey, we're just gonna have to just follow the steps, and I promise you the results will come out beautiful. For those who are wondering, I do not use filter on my videos. I try to make them look as real as possible, because if I'm about to teach you, I want you to see how they are in reality. So I do not use filters. I don't edit the quality of my videos, because I want you to see them in reality how they are. Like if y'all could see how bomb this was, but y'all ugh. So I'm just highlighting my cheek, and look at that. Like if you guys saw what I saw, you would have understood. And I'm sorry to be like this, but I really did not even know, and I didn't know that it was looking like this prior to editing. But yes, I'm just applying the highlighter. As I said before, the lighting is just wonkers right now. It's giving, I don't know what this is giving, but it's not giving what it really looked like. Alright? But yeah, guys. guys. Look at it. Look at it. So before the video comes to a close, guys, let me also say thank you. Thank you so much for, sticking it with me. And thanks to my new subscribers who are on board. I really appreciate you joining the family. I'm just using a regular brown pencil, the same one that I'd used on my eyes. And I'm just lining my lips before I applied my lipstick. And my lipstick that I'd used, everything, by the way, guys, will be below in the description. Like everything will be down below in the description. And thank you so much, guys, for keeping it beautifully flawed. And I'm using, the shade is Vampy Red and the brand is Blackopal. So thanks again, guys. See you when I see you again.